You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right, thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 81. And it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. If it has doors, it can be yours. I got to give a shout out right now to my man Kelly and my man Dakota. Dakota looking drippy these days too, bro. Looking drippy, bro. You don't know what that is? Look it up in Urban Dictionary because it seems to be the lingo for the kids these days. But regardless of how drippy they're looking, they actually, a friend of mine hit me up, Mr. Andy Spooner. Love me, Andy Spooner. He was like, man, my son got a little situation with his car. Something happened, the car that he had just bought from somebody. And he was like, dude, you got Kelly's number. I gave him Kelly's number. They went in and got him, and Kelly got them all squared away. He and Dakota got my man Andy Spooner and his son all squared away with a new vehicle, man. That's just how they work. They're going to do their best to work with you and get you in a vehicle and make sure that you're happy walking off the lot, man. That's Kelly's Automotive in Manio, and you can visit them online at kellysobxauto.com. Oh, gosh, we are well into the month of September now, and let me tell you something. It feels amazing outside. I was looking at the extended forecast, looking like lows are going to be in the low to mid-60s, maybe upper 60s most of the time in the evenings. During the day, not to get higher than 80 degrees. That's depending. That's, like I said, that's extended forecast type stuff. But 70s, man. Sunny and 75. I believe Joe Nichols did a song about that in the country music world. But it's been beautiful. I mean, a little breezy from time to time, but that's the changing of the seasons here on the Outer Banks. And let me tell you, we've got some beautiful, beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. Tropics, yeah, they're getting a little bit more active. I'm seeing some stuff. I got the Windy app. If you don't have that app, I suggest downloading it. You can look at the GFS model. You can look at the Euro model and see what maybe come into form out there in the Atlantic Ocean or even in the Gulf. I know that there's Francine that has made its way towards Louisiana. That's not affecting us, but there are some, little waves out there that might turn into something. You never know. It's too far out to tell what those things are going to do, but it is that time of the year. We're coming up on the peak of hurricane season. So that's something to consider. That's something to definitely keep in mind. Trip insurance or house insurance, whatever it is that you can get for your homes, you need to get it. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of it if you're coming on vacation this fall or whatnot, but you're going to want to talk to your property management person, or not property management, your reservationist. My wife's in property management, that's why I said that. And the reservationist, and they can get you up to speed with all of how that works, because I know that there's some things that have to be in place the right way. I don't know. Again, talk to your reservationist and the people at the property or the real estate company that you deal with when you book your vacation. So keep that in mind, because the tropics are getting active, sort of. Man, what a great weekend this past weekend was. Manio High School football game this past Friday. I'm going to talk a little bit more. I'm going to shout out to the Manio High School Sports Hall of Fame inductees from this past Friday night. I knew all but one of them, I believe. No, I knew 3 of the 5. Regardless, I want to shout out to them. Great weekend football game. It's that time of the year. College football on Friday. I want to shout out to the Northern Iowa football team. I don't know what their mascot is, or not Northern Iowa, Northern Illinois, for beating Notre Dame. If you're a Notre Dame fan, I apologize. It's just never been much of a Notre Dame fan myself. So, I thought that was a great win for them. But college football's in full swing. NFL started over the weekend. Definitely a great weekend for football. Great weekend all the way around. Jamie Johnson. Hey, that was a good one. Whitey Morgan and Jamie Johnson were at the Roanoke Island Festival Park this past Saturday night. That was a great show. Great show. I didn't know a whole lot about Whitey Morgan, but learned a little bit about him and listened to his music. What a fantastic artist. What a great concert. I was the designated driver for my brother and his girlfriend, and for a couple of my buddies, Barbecue Mike, which you've met, and my buddy Uncle Ray, who's actually been on the show before. And both of them have been on the show. And got them to and from the concert safely. Well, there's a story I can tell, but I'm going to choose not to right now. But it was a good night. It was a fun time. And let me tell you something, Music OBX, shout out to them too, because they work so hard in the off season to book these acts for Roanoke Island Festival Park. I'm just throwing it out there. And I know that, Aaron over there at Music and the whole crowd, they work tirelessly to get a hold of these artists. I just think, thinking out loud, female country act and Counting Crows and Offspring. Counting Crows, Offspring, and a female country act. There we go. That's just something I think about, or I was thinking about the other day after the show, what would be cool to see next year maybe, but I don't know how much it costs. I don't know the bookings. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. It was just me thinking out loud just then. Counting Crows, Offspring, and a female country act. Faith Hill would be cool. Ooh, you know who would be really cool would be Martina McBride. Love me some Martina. Yeah. Anyway, we digress. Oh, I got a special guest coming in today. There we go. I'll give you, it's a man. He is going to talk with me about fall happenings here on the Outer Banks. You're familiar with this person, and I'm not going to spoil it just yet. You'll get a chance to hear his voice when he gets in here. So we're going to talk about fall happenings, things that are going to be coming up that you need to go ahead and put on your calendar to participate in, to join in, to go to type of thing. Now, I'm going to talk in, a little bit of detail about some of it, but I'm not going to go into great detail because I've got a whole list of stuff. And I want to thank all of you that replied to the Facebook post that I put on our Outer Banks This Week podcast Facebook page. A video of my littlest son, Murray, and I'm asking you for your help, the locals and people that pay attention to the podcast, to let me know what's going on. And I thank you, every one of you that threw it out a comment to me or told me about some different things. I'm definitely going to make sure I mention all of those things in this podcast and give people an opportunity to mark their calendars. That's what this is for. Of course, at the end of the show, I always kind of run through what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to do that too, but I want people to go ahead and plan for things like the Seafood Festival, to go ahead and start thinking about Wicked Woods. There's another new haunted attraction. I want to say it's in Powell's Point, but I got to go get my notes. I don't have my notes in front of me for all of that. And of course, me and my special guest, we're going to run through it all in just a little bit. So just stick around for that. I want to, let's see. We'll thank Holden in just a minute from Kind Cocktails. But news. I'm trying to think of any news. I read something. I didn't get to read the whole article, but there's a new pretzel place from up north. I want to say from Philadelphia that's going to be opening on the Outer Banks sometime, I think, this fall. I read it at samwalkerobxnews.com. Okay, I didn't read the whole article, but you can if you become a subscriber to Sam Walker. Now, I'm telling you right now, when it comes to news on the Outer Banks, if you've got questions, Sam Walker is the answer. He does not write with any sort of bias, okay, in his media, in his reporting. No bias whatsoever can you feel coming from his reporting. At least I've never felt it. Can't say that for a lot of people, but I can say that for Sam Walker, okay? Facts, my man has them. You want Outer Banks news, real Outer Banks news, it comes from samwalkerobxnews.com. All right, back to my man Holden. I want to thank him for coming in from Kind Cocktails. Again, the barbecue showdown coming up this Sunday from 2 to 5 in downtown Manio. Go to kindcocktails.com for more details on how you can go. I want to say it's $80, gets you unlimited drinks, gets you access to all the barbecue that's going to be out there. There's some great people that are going to be coming out and cooking barbecue. Friends of mine are going to be out there. I'm going to be there. Now, I'm not going to be drinking, but I am going to be eating. You can best believe I'm going to be eating some barbecue because, there's one thing I love in life. It's my wife, Jesus, my kids, and barbecue. All right? I should say Jesus, my wife, my kids, and barbecue. There we go. But yeah, that's I want to thank Holden, man. What a first-class dude he is for coming in and hanging out with me and talking about his events that are coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate him coming in and being on the show with me. Captain Marty's fishing reports. I'm telling you, the fishing here lately on the Outer Banks has really been good. It's been very good. Captain Marty has all the details on what's being caught, where it's being caught, sorta. he can't really disclose because the people that tell him where they're catching it don't really tell him like exactly where. They just kind of give him an idea of where, like, hey, this is being caught in the Pamlico Sound. Well, the Pamlico Sound is 30 miles wide and like 120 miles long. So it's in the Pamlico Sound, but it's up to you find out where. Nah, Captain Marty does a great job of letting you know what's being caught, giving you an idea of where it's being caught, what they're using to catch it. And he also throws in a little tips and tricks on how you can do certain things. He promotes a lot of the local fish markets whenever there's like there's shrimp right now. And he's been talking about Outland Seafood. He's been talking about Insane Seafood. He's been talking about Fresh Catch Seafood, places that are proud sponsors of Captain Marty that sell fresh local seafood. So something to keep in mind, all right? So you can listen to all of his fishing reports online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Just click on the Captain Marty tab on the side of the screen or in the drop-down box, depending on if you're looking at it from your desktop or your mobile device. And listen to his fishing reports. They're on all your streaming platforms, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Apple Play, anywhere where you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to Captain Marty. And again, broken record here, big plans coming up with Captain Marty. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to jump to some shout-outs. I got about 3 or 4 of them I'm going to go into. But first, a word from one of our proud sponsors, Gallup Roofing and Remodeling in Wanchese. For over 72 years, Gallup Roofing and Remodeling, Inc. has been a leader of their industry on the Outer Banks. Their foundation of quality workmanship puts them at the top of the list when it comes to service or repairs on shingling, metal roofs, decking, siding, windows, doors, and gutters, just to name a few. For an estimate on a project, see more services, or to learn about financing options, go online to galluproofing.com. Gallup Roofing and Remodeling, Inc., covering Northeast North Carolina and the Outer Banks from Corolla to Ocracoke since 1952. Yes, Rex Simpson, that entire family, Rex, Hannah, Tucker, Zeke, love them so much, okay? Fantastic family, fantastic company, galluproofing.com. All right, we're going to jump into some shout-outs, and again, if you're listening to the podcast, one of my favorite things is interacting with my listeners, interacting with people that listen to the podcast. I really do. If you don't believe me, ask my man Adam from Virginia. He and I talk, I feel like, every day about something, okay? That's my guy. I love interacting with my listeners. It's one of my favorite things to do. Email me, podcast at outerbanksthisweek.com. It's podcast at outerbanksthisweek.com. I want to start out by shouting out to the Manteo High School Sports Hall of Fame inductees like Coach Stu Sarine. All right. He was a volleyball coach at Manteo High School for a long time. He led teams to state championships. He's done a lot of great things. He has great accolades here. I can't list them all because they're so daggum long. He's won 8 conference titles. He was one of my civics teachers. He taught me, I don't remember civics. What did he teach me? He was a social studies teacher at Manteo High School. Liked Mr. Sarine. Congratulations, Mr. Stu Sarine, Coach Sarine from Manteo High School. Oh, 1989 Manteo grad Miss Darren Rule. Well, she was a multi-sport athlete. She played volleyball, basketball, and softball. She went to Barton College, all conference honors. And she was the athletic trainer for 25 years. She was a PE teacher at Manteo High School. She is a fantastic person. Love Miss Rule. Congratulations. Coach Bud Hendricks. He's been teaching and coaching at Manteo High School for 30 years. The majority of times have been spent leading the basketball program. He had 464 wins, and he was named District Coach of the Year a few different times. Congratulations to Coach Bud Hendricks for being inducted into the Manteo High School Sports Hall of Fame. And then we got basketball and track star George Ackles, who I'm not familiar with, but he played basketball at UNLV and he was part of the team that beat Duke in the 1990 NCAA championship. And then there was Mr. Larry Tolley Jr. He graduated in 1995. He was inducted this past week. He was on the football team, the wrestling team, and the track team. He won a 2A state championship in 1994, wrestling in the 171-pound weight class, and was athlete of the year both in 93 and 94. So played college went and played football at Methodist University. And congratulations to Mr. Larry Tolley Jr. of the 1995 class to be inducted into the Manteo High School Athletics Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to all of the inductees. into the Manning High School Sports Hall of Fame. Okay, my next shout out to a gentleman named Justin Gammon. Now, Mr. Justin emailed, okay? Where's his email? There it is. Here's what he said. He's Mr. Justin from Bumpus, Virginia, which is about 35 minutes north of Richmond. He said his family's going to be down this week on vacation, so he's going to be here when this podcast comes out. He's going to be doing some fishing, mini golfing, checking out the nightlife, and he's hoping to see Matty P out and about. Let's see what Matty P is going to be up to. We might have to consult with him. And he said he's going to be staying with Framily. Yeah, Framily, that live in Kitty Hawk Landing. Mr. Justin, hey, thank you for emailing me, okay? I hope that you had a fantastic time with this beautiful weather we've been having this week on the Outer Banks. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Email me anytime. Anything you want to talk about, any questions you may have, dude, hit me up. I really appreciate it. And, of course, I'm going to let Matty P know that you're out looking for him, all right? If you want to find Matty P, I can help you with that. Matty P will be looking for you now, okay? Mr. Justin, again, thank you so much for your email, and I really hope you and your family have had a great time here on vacation. I've got two more shout-outs I want to do real quick. The next one is to Cat's Deli in Hatteras Village at the Stowe Shops. Cat's Deli is one of those places that the sandwiches are so unique. They have such unique names, and the taste and flavor combinations are incredible. If you've never been to Cat's Deli in Hatteras Village at the Stowe Shops, you need to go, okay? Kat and Michael, first-class individuals. I've been doing work with them for a long, long time. And they have they had a sandwich. What was it called? It was like a mac and cheese, bacon, ham, something wrap the other day, and they called it Return of the Mac. Yeah, you know that song I'm talking about, Return of the Mac? And then they have another one that's one of my favorite sandwiches of all time. It's called Gobble Till You Wobble. They've got unintended consequences. I mean, these are the names of their sandwiches that they have. Some of them are specials, but some are on the regular menu. If you get an opportunity to go to Cat's Deli in Hatteras Village, you need to do it. I want to shout out to Kat and Michael. Fantastic folks. Got a great thing going there, and the food is amazing. Also, last one. One of my best friends in the world, his birthday is Friday the 13th. Yes, we got Friday the 13th coming up. I should have mentioned that a little earlier. I wonder if there's any superstitions anybody has. That's a good question I should have asked. But my friend Ryan Walker of Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance, the performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. That guy, yeah, his birthday, he will be 39 on Friday. What a shout out to him. Ryan, always been one of my best friends in the world, dude. You got beautiful kids, great family. And I think the world of you, dude, and you have done so well for yourself, and you work very hard to have what you have. And, dude, I'm proud to call you one of my best buddies. So happy birthday, happy 39th birthday to you, sir. All right, coming up, we're going to jump into these fall-time happenings on the Outer Banks and talk about a few of them. I got my special guest be joining me in just a few moments. Got a couple of questions for him myself. We're going to go over that. But first, hey, another word from our sponsors, the Rec Tiki Bar and High Seas Pools and Spas.
At High Seas Pools and Spas, we believe dirty water sucks. We are a licensed and insured certified pool and spa maintenance and repair company servicing Ductomania. We offer seasonal and year-round pool and spa services with a special focus on flex rentals like Airbnb and VRBO. Need a new hot tub? We can do that too. Visit us online at highseasobx.com for more information. High Seas Pools and Spas, because dirty water sucks.
There's a place at Hatteras Landing where people go to relax and enjoy great live entertainment by the water. The Rec Tiki Bar. Right beside the ferry dock in Hatteras, the Rec Tiki Bar has a drink menu that is sure to get you in vacation mode, featuring their own twist on classic tiki cocktails and a selection of rotating beers on tap. Pair them up with one of their delicious paninis, quesadillas, or crunch wraps. To get a glimpse of the paradise that awaits, go online to therecobx.com. No Hatteras vacation is complete without a trip to the Rec Tiki Bar at Hatteras Landing.
All right, as I said just a few moments ago, got a special guest in here to help me out with the fall happenings on the Outer Banks. Now, I'm going to do my best to hit on all the ones that I'm aware of. And if I don't mention one that you know about, please email me and let me know. Podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com and say, hey, Justin, you forgot about this event that's coming up, and I'll make sure I talk about it, okay? I'm not perfect. I'm sure I'm going to miss some, and some of you will probably be screaming at me afterwards, but that's just the nature of the beast. But I do have a special guest here, and the special guest is...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty P. How you doing, Justin?
Man, I'll tell you what, Matty P, I was thinking about this last week, dude, and I mean, I'm great. And I was thinking about this last week, and it's like, who am I going to have to come in and do this with me? And I was like, man, I got to have my guy, Matty P.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean...
Since we did like a regular pod, no?
Since we did a regular pod, yeah,
Yeah.
it has. You know, I think it's been close to a year.
Yeah, just about, probably.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, I mean, this ain't going to be the last time you come in this year, I don't believe. I think I'm going to have you on again at some other time. But, I mean, I felt like who better than somebody that is in the public, that is a regular social giant like yourself. You know, I mean, Matty P, let's before we jump into these events, let me just read this email in case you haven't already heard, which, you know, people have already listened to this part of the podcast. They've already heard this email that came through. But a gentleman named Mr. Justin Gammon said he hopes to see you out and about in this email.
Wow.
Okay,
I mean, gained some notoriety around the Outer Banks, huh?
He's saying, you know, he's going to be checking out the nightlife. He hopes to see, and I quote, hope to see my boy Matty P out and about. Staying back in Kitty Hawk Landing with his family. Okay, so you know a thing about Kitty Hawk.
Can't tell people where he's at, bro.
That's what he said, man. Once they get, I think wanted a shout out to him. He was going to stand back in Kitty Hawk. But don't you know something about Kitty Hawk Landing?
I know a little bit about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just...
Matty P's around those parts every once in a while.
Matty P's been known to show up from time to time in Kitty Hawk Landing. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, I'm not trying to pull up at dude's house, but...
No, he ain't. Okay. But my guy, Mr. Justin Gammon from Virginia, says that he wants to try to find you. So where
I'm not hard to find, Justin.
Thursday or Friday evening this week. Being this comes out on Thursday.
Okay.
Is there anywhere that you could possibly be found on a Thursday or a Friday evening?
So Thursday for sure, I'll be at the Jolly Roger. I got to work.
Okay, Mug Night, right?
Mug Night, yep, Mug Night. DJ Styles, it's a $5 cover. He's gonna be spinning some tracks all night long. I'll be working security there that night, but if I'm gonna go out, I heard Longboards is having a little closing party on Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
The 14th, they're having a clear the bar party, I heard. So
yeah, I heard something about that I guess there's 2 roads going in there.
I don't know what's going in there, but all I know is there's going to be a party on Saturday night. And your boy Matty P might be out there, Justin. So.
Okay, hey, look. There you go. Well, Mr. Justin Gammon, there's where you can find Matty P. You can for sure find him at Jolly Rogers tonight, Thursday night, when this podcast comes out. You can see him there, and he'll be, you know, if anything, if you end up going, Mr. Justin, you guys better take a selfie, you and Matty P. That way I know you found him, all right? And Matty P will show you the ropes, baby. And let me just say, I was at Jolly Roger the other day. The inside, beautiful.
Yeah. They did a really good job. Caroline did a phenomenal job with it. And, D, head of entertainment, he's killing it. He's had a lot of good bands and different, things of entertainment there this summer. It's been really fun. So that's why it was number 1 on my list this year. Number 1 on the list, Jolly Roger, newly renovated and a lot more interesting than it used to be. For sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely looking really good in there. I was in there and I was like, wow, this. I was talking to Derek, and I was talking to Miss Andrea, and I was like, y'all, this is great. This looks really good. Yeah. So very happy for them. It's definitely. I mean, I was like pulling in the parking lot. I was like, I'll just go in the front, the main entrance where it used to be, and it was like, well, it's not the main entrance anymore. No, it's in the back now. So
the back is the front now, I guess.
Yeah, the back is the front, and the front is the back. Did that make sense? No. All right, I'll stop while I'm...
Either way works.
I'll stop while I'm behind. How about that, Matty P?
Behind or in front?
I can see how this podcast is going to go.
Oh, Lord, right, I've had too much caffeine.
Let's start with some of these events. Now, I have my event section at the end of this podcast where I'm going to go over the ones that are upcoming in the near future. I know the ESA Surf Championships coming up. I know my guy Holden's got Kind Cocktails party going on in downtown Manio this coming weekend, and I'm aware of some different other things that are going on. But that's in the near future. I'm talking about some things that might be going on in October. So, Matty P, October. When you hear October, what are some things you think about?
I think of Don't knock me for this, all right?
All right.
Don't knock me for this.
Okay.
I think of pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, okay.
Hitting the pumpkin patch with my girl.
Okay.
Shoot, I don't know. If I had a girl.
Okay, Matty
I
P.
can't be talking too much, but you already know.
Okay.
But
okay.
I think of the fall weather, man. The leaves start to change, lighting a little fire in the fireplace, cuddling up with a good book. I like to chill, man.
Okay,
fall is my chill time.
Any specific focus of your reading? Is there any specific categories that you like to read about?
No, I don't actually read, but it was just sounded good.
Oh, it just sounded good. I was going to say, Matty P, listen to you, man, getting all poetic. I was waiting for you to be like, yeah, I read
of mice and men. I don't know.
I was waiting for you to say you read Shakespeare.
No, I don't read Shakespeare. I don't even, bro. I barely passed high school.
But soft what light through yonder window breaks. I was waiting for you to break out of some
breaks
Hamlet.
wind, that's for sure.
Well, Matty P, here's something for you to put on your calendar that's going to help you with your October. Okay.
All right, what's going on?
The Juan Cheese Fall Fever Craft and Vendor Show. It's going on at the Juan Cheese Community Building at 295 Old Schoolhouse Road. It is happening on October 5th. That's a Saturday from 9 until 3. Food, candles, jewelry, handmade crafts, local vendors. I want to thank Miss Scarlett and Miss Sean for providing me with this information. Okay? I put out that plea on Facebook last week on the Outer Banks This Week podcast Facebook page, asking for people to send me events, and this was one of them. And I was like, you know what? Nice. I love Miss Sean. I love Miss Scarlett, wonderful wine cheese folk. And I said, I'll gladly talk about this Fall Fever Craft Show that they've done annually.
Oh, yeah.
Year after year in wine cheese. It's a great time. There's a lot of time. It's something you can find. It's a good way to maybe start looking at Christmas.
Okay.
You might find out one thing for your girl or girls. I don't know.
Hey.
No.
No girls.
Okay,
no
all right. I wasn't sure.
I'm not trying to get, hemmed up around here.
No. Not trying to get my guy hemmed up at all. Okay. But that's something to think about. It's from 9 until 3 on October 5th. It's a Saturday in Juan Cheese. Okay. That's one thing to look forward to. Now, I'll tell you, when I think October, first of all, I think my birthday because my birthday is in October.
Oh, really?
All right. Yeah, I'll be 40. I'll be 40 this year, Matty.
40?
Yeah.
Oof.
What do you mean, oof?
I'll be
my prime.
Hey, look, man, I'll be 30 next year, so you're.
Dude, I know. You old. I'm not.
I'm old.
Yeah, you old.
Buddy, you got gray hair.
Brah. Listen. You're only as old as you feel, okay? I feel great.
That sounds like an HR complaint waiting to happen.
All right, back on topic here. Okay, so something else I think about with October rolling around. Yeah, I think about some of the pumpkin spice latte, blotty crap you're talking about. But, dude, I can be a basic white girl. But I also think about Halloween. All right, love Halloween, dude. They've already got Halloween candy out at the stores.
What's your favorite Halloween movie, Justin?
Oh, dude, the best Halloween movie ever. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Of course it's Ernest. I should have guessed that.
Ernest Scared Stupid, the best Halloween movie ever.
Sir.
Okay, tell me yours.
No, sir.
What is yours?
What is my favorite Halloween movie?
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
Generic.
No,
Generic. Man, I should have known you. Somebody like you would say Hocus Pocus.
My bad.
You are a Sarah Michelle Gellar guy, aren't you?
I am.
I mean, hey, I'm just asking, I'm not knocking it. I'm just asking. You are.
Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town? It's a Disney Channel original.
Halloween Town. Okay, man, that's not bad. But
Halloween Town's a banger.
Ernest Scared Stupid, you can't go wrong. My favorite Christmas movie, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Of course it's
next. Anyway, but no, I think about the different haunted attractions that have been popping up here on the Outer Banks. We're going to start with this one that I just found. I think it's done by the McCorney's Auditorium. In Barco. It's called Backwoods Haunt. They're having their opening night on Friday, October 4th. It says, mark your calendars and prepare your nerves. McCorney's Auditorium Awakens Backwoods Haunt is back and bigger than ever. 2024 opening night is coming up. You don't want to miss this heart-pounding experience. It's from 7 until 11, okay? And that is at 4429 Carrick Highway in Barco. You can buy tickets online. You go to their Facebook page. If you type Backwoods Haunt opening night, it'll pop right up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking to step into a world of frightful delight as Backwoods opens for the first night of 2024, encountering carefully crafted scares and surprises that promise to keep your heart racing with each step.
Yeah, I'm terrified of scary things, so I don't like to walk through them. But my buddy Drew runs this, and I was one of the scarers one year, and it was actually really, really fun. And honestly, I think they've been doing it for, I think this is year 3 or 4. It just keeps getting better. So if you're looking for something to do and you're in Barco, you already know. Check it out.
Well,
Backwoods Haunt.
Backwoodshaunt.com is where you can go for more information. They're saying that it's not rated, but it's intended for mature audiences. Okay, so, I mean, don't take the kids through there. Me, when I go through these things, I laugh and I talk trash. I'm like, I ain't scared of none of y'all. And, like, I'm screaming it through the woods, which takes me to the next haunted attraction, which is one of my favorites. That would be Wicked Woods in East Lake.
Ooh,
Did you do that with me one year?
I didn't do it with you, but I was there, man. And like I said, I hate scary stuff. I was holding on for dear life, bro.
Okay.
Them boys were terrifying.
Well, and the thing is, I've got a rapport with those guys because I've known them when they used to do it, and it was called Wanchie's Woods.
Yep.
Yeah, so I did that. I had a rapport with those guys. I know them pretty well. They're some friends of mine. And Bud and Shane, I'll have them on, I'm sure, in the near future to promote Wicked Woods. But I used to go in there, and I would, like I said, I walk through and I talk trash. And like they know, I let them know when I'm coming, so that way they can let the goblins and the ghouls know that I'm there. And like I just walk through, and I'm like, there's an old lore of a gentleman from Wanchie's named Johnny Nepkins. Okay? Johnny Nepkins, and he lived in the back of the cemetery, which is right next to my house. All right. Long story short, I'm like, Johnny's here, and like I come through and like. You know, we ham it up. But that's going to be going on every weekend in October. I'm quite certain. I don't have the exact dates, but it's going to be a Friday, Saturday night thing for them as well.
Yeah.
And that's going to be right there at 18766 US Highway 64 in East Lake. They normally have like a big plywood sign out there that has Wicked Woods spray painted on it with an arrow pointing to the road or like down the road. They got people out there that'll park you. Don't be surprised if Mr. Jingles and his buddy Mr. Jangles, a.k.a. the crazed clown hooligan, that's what I called him, but it's Jingles and Jangles. They may pop out of the woods and approach you at your vehicle as you're getting out. Or
that's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea? You don't think
for
so,
some
Matty
people,
P?
I mean, for me, don't come up to my car, bro.
Dude, I'll tell you,
Absolutely not.
One time when I helped them in Wanchie's, I put on a mask and started like kind of stumbling through the parking lot, and this one girl was in her car. She's like, "Get away! Get away!" And I'm like bumping into the car, like just like I'm not like doing that. I'm just kind of got my head down, looking like a zombie, you know, bumping into the car. And like she's like screaming at her boyfriend to drive off. Next thing you know, they left, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" Like I scared off some customers.
They left. See, that's why I can't do that stuff, man. I went to Busch Gardens one time for Hallow Scream.
Oh, Hallow Scream,
and I got kicked out so fast.
Oh, you swing on somebody?
I punched one of the actors, man.
Bet you
I was
did.
in high school. Man. It was a different time. I probably wouldn't do that now. But dude popped out of the bush and sorry. What do you
But you should have expected. But you should have expected.
I should have expected it, but you know, like I said, I was in high school.
Okay,
there was some
hey.
things involved, elements that were, you know,
roger that.
impaired my decision making skills at the time.
Okay, hey,
hey. I mean,
well, keep in mind with Wicked Woods in East Lake, the woods come alive. Children 7 and under are free. It's $20 cash on site, and they have large group rates. Okay?
Nice.
Like I said, I'll likely have Bud and Shane from Wicked Woods come in and talk a little bit more about it. I had them on last year. I'll likely have them back. I would like to get a hold of those that run the Backwoods Haunted Trail or whatnot up in Barco.
I could definitely get you.
That would be cool to talk to them and see what they got going on and promote that for them. So that's coming up every weekend. I'm quite certain every weekend in the month of October. Oh, looking around. So something else that's different that we actually had these guys on last year's the 8th annual Outer Banks Brew Tog. You know where they fly the kegs. A celebration of flight and beer at OBX Brew Tog is modeled, after the whimsical and entertaining Red Bull Flugtag, translated into Flying Day in German. With the OBX Brewtog, the general premise is the same, although rather than human-powered flying machines, Brewtog contestants will be competing to see who can launch and fly an empty 6-barrel keg the furthest. General admission to the event is free. There's going to be crafters out there, a lot of craft beers. Lots of food. The event will be held. It's coming up. That's going to be on Saturday, October 26th. It's going to be held between noon and 6 that day. Gates are going to open at 11. Last call will be around 5:30. Okay, so you don't want to miss the biggest North Carolina beer event on the Outer Banks. That's happening on the 26th.
Where is that?
That is going to be at the Soundside event site in Nags Head.
Okay.
All right. Okay. That's what I've watched. When I used to work at Fish Heads, they used to compete in it every year. So
how do you make a keg fly?
You have to ask. You have to show up and find out, Matty P.
Put a motor on it?
No, it's man powered. It's not motor powered. You have to put glider wings on it and stuff like that and make it fly.
Slingshot.
There you go. Hey, sounds like you've got an idea for launching some kegs, Matty P. Thing is, Matty P, you've got some guns on you. So, I feel like you could just take it and launch it from, the platform. It's 20 feet in the air, I believe, into the sound. So, you would win.
No chance.
No chance?
No.
All right, Vince. No chance. That's what you got.
How heavy is an empty keg? It was 30 pounds?
Dude, heck no, dude. An empty 6-barrel, one of the empty little sixers, 6 stools is what they call it.
Oh, it's a little guy?
Yeah, it's a little guy.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you can launch one of them. They may be 10 to 15 pounds empty.
Oh.
And it's you got a handle that you can basically just do what is it, a shock put where you spin yourself around. And
yeah, but on a 20-foot platform, that sounds dangerous. I probably wouldn't do that.
Well, maybe not. And anyway, 8th annual Brew Tog happening that day, and it's a lot of fun, Matty P. It sounds like you might need to go and check it out.
26th of September.
26th of October. October 26th.
Okay.
From noon to 6.
Noon to 6, okay.
Yeah, it's a Saturday afternoon. But something else that's going on that same day that I don't have a whole lot of information on, but I will in the near future, is the Harborween Spectacular that takes place at Wanchese Marina. Yours truly is the MC for that event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we have a great time down there. It's trick-or-treat at the docks, dockside trick-or-treating. They have hay rides. They have all sorts of fun activities for the kids, trick-or-treating. They have a costume contest. I have a costume in mind that I'm thinking about wearing.
Ernest?
No, it's not Ernest. Although that's a great idea, Matty P. I might change my costume now. You just gave me a great idea. But I've been thinking about it. I'm not going to reveal my costume yet. I may discuss it another time, but for right now, I'm still kind of decide whether or not I want to do it. But last year I was Donkey Kong because the Mario movie was quite hot, and I got a Donkey Kong costume. I'll show you a picture of it later, Matty P. My oldest was Mario, my littlest was Luigi, and I was Donkey Kong.
He could have been Toad.
No.
Why?
Because Donkey Kong's awesome.
No, Toad's
DK.
Toad is the best. Kong. You could have Maury be Toad.
Bruh. Murray. His name is Murray.
Maury.
I hate Murray. Let me tell you what annoys me is when people call him Murphy.
Murphy.
His name is not Murphy. It's
close
Murray.
Maury.
Murray. Murray.
Murray.
Anyway, he was Luigi. Back on topic here. So that's going to be going on at Wanchese. Party kicks off around 4 o'clock in the evening and goes until about 8.
Okay.
But I'll get more details on that as the time comes. But you need to mark your calendar because that's going to be on Saturday, October 26th as well. So keep that in mind. As we get closer, I'll have more details about it. Also, where am I? There are so many. All right, I got it. People are messaging me. I need to turn my volume off. Something that's coming up that is there's Day at the Docks is going on this weekend. There's more information.
When's
I'll talk
Dare
about
Days?
That. Dare Days isn't until June.
Oh. Wow, I'm way off.
Yeah, you are way off.
See how often I come to Mania?
So something else that's taking place on Sunday, October 27th is Oregon Inlet Ships and Suites. Okay? So this is the 3rd annual Halloween event that they do, and I'm glad that a lot of the marinas and a lot of these different venues that are doing fun things for the kids, they all communicate with each other, so that way they don't do it all on the same day, and they're not competing for a different, the kids or whatever. They try to spread it around, and that's how Oregon Inlet and Wanchese Marina, they coordinated this, So they're doing theirs Sunday, October 27th, starting at 5 in the evening. It's the 3rd annual Halloween event, Ships and Suites. Bring the kiddos down for trick-or-treating, fun games, live music, and refreshments at Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Okay, at Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, Sunday, October 27th. Something to keep in mind for the kids. Okay? That'll be a lot of fun. I have not been. I believe my wife took my boys a few years ago with their first one, but I was not able to go for one reason or another. I'm not sure, but she went and she said it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Here's one that's coming up. Let me find it. Oh, I can't go, honestly, without talking about the Bluegrass Island Music Festival. That's coming up on from October 16th through the 20th right here in downtown Manio. All right, you can go to bluegrassisland.com. It's a bluegrass festival. Big bluegrass festival.
Huh.
Yeah. It's the 13th annual Bluegrass Island Music Festival. They've got the infamous String Dusters, the Brothers Comatose, Donna the Buffalo, Rhonda Vincent, the Cleverleys, Appalachian Road Show. So many different acts are going to be here for that, and it is a 5-day thing, the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 20th.
5 days.
5 days in October from the 16th through the 20th. Again, you can go online to bluegrassisland.com to buy your tickets. You can also take a look at the list of events, all right there at bluegrassisland.com. That's a big thing, man. They have it, and there's a lot of good pickers that come from all over for that. And they just get down with the get down. Breaking Grass, that's another one of the Shadow Grass. The Graskels. Something East Nash Grass.
Sounds like a lot of strains or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude, but it's bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
You know what I mean? Downtown Manio, again, October 16th through the 20th. That looks like it would be a great time.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Good music.
I have not, I say it looks like it because I've not been able to go in the past. I haven't been able to go. So I might try to get out there because, again, we're sitting in downtown Manio right now for this podcast. So,
exactly.
There's no reason why I don't think I should be able to make it to that. Oh, gosh. So here's another something that's going to be taking place. The Outer Banks Seafood Festival.
Oh, love the seafood
Okay,
festival.
that's coming up on October 19th from 10 until 6 at the Soundside Event Site in Nags Head.
Love the seafood festival.
I do too. I went a couple years ago. I didn't go last year, but it was a great time. I'm actually going to be participating. I'm going to be helping with the event. Not participating in any of the cooking or anything like that, but one of my friends is helping coordinate it, and she asked me to help MC the stage. So I'm going to be doing that with them. You go online to OuterBanksSeafoodFestival.org, and you can get your tickets there. You can get all the information, the schedule of events, general info. It's from, 10 until 6 that day, and that's Saturday, October 19th. Let's see. Main stage for Manio Murphy, Peer Pressure, Celeste Kellogg. She's going to be here for it. The Daniel Jordan Band's going to be performing.
Daniel Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be on the main stage, and it's going to be, there's going to be a Fishing Village Hook'em and Cook'em stage.
What's that?
It says coming soon. I'm assuming it has something to do with, locally caught fish and how to prepare them and cook them.
Oh.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe that'll be like a little taste test thing I could do. Be interesting.
No, you don't need to eat nothing.
What?
You heard me.
Bruh.
Buddy.
Dude.
This is bulking season.
And
we're grinding.
Look.
Yeah,
I'm
I
bulking,
ain't seen
baby.
nothing.
Oh, dude, whatever.
If you're listening, just know that Justin just flexed on me, and all I saw was pillows. They call them pillow hands Popman over here in Manio.
We're not going down that road, Matty P. Anyway, the Outer Banks Seafood Festival. You get those tickets online, OuterBanksSeafoodFestival.org. Okay, a couple more. We've got Wings Over Water, the Wildlife Festival. That is going to be taking place. I believe that's a Hatteras Island thing. Let's see. Wings Over Water began way back in 1997. And you can, let's see, the schedule for it. Okay, that's going to be going on looking like, where's the schedule? I'm at their website, wingsoverwater.org. I'm not seeing this. Oh, October 22nd through the 27th. Okay, October 22nd through the 27th. That is when the Wings Over Water Festival is going to take place. It's not telling me where, though.
What is it?
It is a celebration of waterfowl here in eastern North Carolina.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, South Pond, P Island, National Wildlife Refuge, South Pond. Okay. This is talking about where the schedule of things is going to be taking place. Again, I would just say go to wingsoverwater.org to see the schedule because it's long. Holy smokes, there's a lot. Things that are going to be going on the P Island Wildlife Refuge, all up and down Hatteras Island. You're talking about, let's see, you got any questions? It's All online. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I should have looked at this website, honestly. Dude, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't look at the website prior to entering this conversation, but go wingsoverwater.org, and you can get all the information right there, because honestly, there is a lot. And I would fill up the next 20 minutes talking about it. So I just say go to Wings Over Water Wildlife Festival. It's happening October 22nd through the 27th. You can get the details, wingsoverwater.org. All right, here's something that's coming up in November. We're going to touch on this real quick. I got one more, and then we'll wrap this thing up, Matty P. The annual Chef's Challenge, okay? This is going to be at Pirates Cove Pavilion in Manteo. All right, this is...
Chef's Challenge.
Yeah. So this is all to benefit. I believe it's the Beach Food Pantry gets benefits from the Chef's Challenge. So it's going to compete at People's Choice and the Judge's Choice Awards. Each chef will cook a dish using an item or items that the Beach Food Pantry regularly distributes to clients. Attendees and 3 judges and a 3-judge panel vote for the favorite dishes. There's going to be dessert and savory competition categories. Restaurants are subject to change, and we're beginning that. They're going to talk about that soon. But if you type in Annual Chef's Challenge in the event section on Facebook, it'll pop right up, and it's to benefit the Beach Food Pantry. So that's going to be a really, really cool thing. I knew that they did it last year when I first saw it, but it's Saturday, November 16th from 6 until 10 at Pirates Cove.
That sounds like fun.
That's a
Saturday
Saturday
good
thing.
benefit too. For
Yeah.
the food pantry.
So, and you can go to beachfoodpantry.org to get more details and to buy tickets for it.
Sweet.
So that'll be something really fun. It's things that you can plan going forward. Now I'm going to jump over to this going on at Manteo Baptist Church that same day. Saturday, November 16th, they're having a holiday craft market from 9 until 4 at the gymnasium behind Manteo Baptist. They're going to be Thanksgiving and Christmas handcrafted ideas and decor. So, and there's going to be a free meal starting at 11:30 and going until, I guess, they run out. So keep that in mind, all right, at Manteo Baptist Church that same day, Saturday, November the 16th from 9 until 4. Let me jump over real quick onto my Facebook page for the Outer Banks This Week podcast, because I'm pretty sure that there's some things over there that I failed to mention that I'm sure that somebody that listens regularly will let me know that I forgot to mention them. So here we go. Let's see. Show all comments. There we go. Yep, Day at the Docks coming up this weekend. I mentioned that. Up the food bank, Lena Hunt, thank you for that. COA has a fall festival in October. I'll get some more information. Thank you, Cali Girl, for sending me that to me. Greg Smerdell, Outer Banks Trivia. Have you ever done his trivia?
No.
Dude,
How do you do his trivia?
Well, he has a bunch of them. He does it like Tap That OBX. He'll do one over at BJ's.
Yeah.
He does them at Buffalo City Distillery. He'll do it at New Vines downtown. Greg does a great job with his trivia, man. He's all over the place, and he's got people that help him with it too.
Nice.
So, he's got something going on all the time. The Wings Over Water, as I mentioned. Kitty Hawk Elementary School's PTO annual fall carnival happening Friday, October 25th. Fun for the entire family, games, food, and prizes. That's going on from 4 until 8 o'clock at Kitty Hawk Elementary School, and then that's Friday, October 25th. Okay, that sounds like fun. Day at the Docks, seafood under the stars. That's going to be going on down at Cafe Pamlico, Bluegrass Island. Let's see. I think I've got just about all of them covered. I know Manny Elementary School will be doing their Winter Wonderland. It's normally the first Saturday in December, and that is for the Manny Elementary School PTO, and it coincides with the Manio Christmas Parade.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
So that is always a good time.
Oh, what about the 12 bars? 12 bars of Christmas.
12 bars of Christmas. Matty P, the 12 bars of Christmas.
Yeah.
I got to get more details on that, because you know what the new bar is that they added this year? Blue Crab decided not to go back this year.
Oh, really?
You know who they added?
Who?
Bass Knight's Lone Cedar. And Bass Knight's Lone Cedar's nonprofit they chose was the Dare Education Foundation.
Nice.
Love it.
Very
love
nice.
Vicky, love Caroline for them doing that. But hey, we'll talk about that as the time gets closer for 12 bars.
That'll be fun.
Because I'll have somebody come in and talk about that for sure. But with Manny Elementary School, their Winter Wonderland, again, that first Saturday in December is when that is right there at the elementary school itself. More details about that in the near future. Also need to mention, Manio High School and First Flight High School have a game on, I believe it's Friday, September 27th.
The Marlin Bowl?
The Marlin Bowl, and it's in Manio.
Of course it's in Manio.
Yeah, it's in
Don't
Manio,
worry. I'm not
baby.
worried about it.
You need to be worried about it.
Look, The only thing you need to be worried about is when First Flight brings that marlin home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes,
and what,
sir.
2027,
Buddy,
2028, maybe even
what's
2035?
the record?
What do you mean, what's the record, dude?
What's the overall record
I
of the
don't know.
marlin? That's right.
Do you know?
I wouldn't know either if I was a Manio fan.
Well, you wouldn't know either, obviously, as a First Flight fan.
First Flight has the most Marlin Bowl wins.
Well, let's see. You got a 3A school against a 1A school.
Whatever.
What are the odds?
Whatever. Look,
I think we
will
won
say
last
this.
year.
I will
Hold on.
say
Didn't
this.
we beat y'all last year?
I will say this.
I think we did.
Manio has a new coach, Timmy TC Charity.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him, man.
Well, First
I
Flight
love
has a new
TC.
coach.
I love TC. Well, I don't know First Flight's coach.
His name
I
is
know
Mark
TC.
Wills. I don't know him either. I haven't met
Shoot,
him
I
yet.
might be a Manio fan after
Not
this
Mark
season.
Wills. Mark Wills is a country singer.
You don't even know his name.
Coach
I don't know his name
Wills.
either.
Coach Wills. Last name's Wills.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. No, don't say that. Don't say that. But yeah, that's coming up. The Duck Jazz Music Festival is coming up October 12th through the 13th. And we've got all the details about that on our website at outerbanksthisweek.com. All right, that's kind of rolls through them, Matty P. Anything you can think of? Has Jolly's got anything crazy going on up there?
Trying to think.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to get that information from Andrea and
get it from
D
Andrea.
in the near future.
I don't
I'll
know
talk
off
to
the top of
them.
my head.
Well, anywhere Matty P is, you best believe that's where you're supposed to be. Be with Matty P, and that's just how it is.
If you want to see the BPL, baby.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Bro, you don't got shoes on?
No, I don't wear shoes in my office, man. I'm watching. I don't wear
heck?
shoes.
All right. The BPL.
What's the BPL in my office right now? In my
Zero.
studio? Zero. Exactly.
There is no BPL here.
No, Outer Banks,
Clip that.
Outer Banks this week, fall happenings. Again, if you know of any that I did not mention, please email them to me, podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com, okay? Podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com. I'll gladly talk about them. These were the ones that I were able to find and get pulled together in less than a week's time. So please, because I want to promote these things. I want to promote all things Outer Banks happening up and down this beach. If you have an event or you know of somebody that's having an event or a party of some sort, let me know. I might even pimp out Matty P to show up.
Pimp.
Huh?
Pimp me out.
Yeah, pimp you out.
No. It ain't
You don't
like
know
that.
that. You listen.
No,
you just
no,
let
no,
me
no.
work my
You
magic, Matty
listen.
P. Let me work my magic. Anyway, podcast@outerbanksthisweek.com. Would love to promote your event. Would love to help get your word out there and let people know what they can do when they're here on vacation, or even for the locals that listen, know where to go to have something fun to do.
That's right. Definitely let us know. I'd love to pull up at one of these events and show y'all what's up.
Yeah, see, look, he now he's changing his tune a little bit. Matty P, hey man,
Oh,
dude,
you
seriously?
said pimp me out. It sounds a little bad.
That's what I meant. Pull up with Matty P. All right. So
we should have our own event.
Dude, we should.
Party with Matty P.
Dude, no, you know what? I want to for our 100th episode.
When is that?
That's going to be in January.
On New Year's Eve.
No. It's after that.
Oh, God.
Look, we'll figure this out. We got time to plan it because I got my guy Adam that's going to come down, has been listening to the podcast since day one, and he'll let me know how he feels about every podcast that I do. And he does. He texts me all the time. And like, I told him he could be my guest on the podcast, but Matty P's got to be there too. We know
All
this.
right, sounds good to me.
We're going to find a place to do it, and it's going to be a party. All right?
It's a party.
All right, so plan on that for the middle of January. I can't remember the date. But anyway, Outer Banks this week with Matty P. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me today, dude, and kind of bouncing some of this stuff off with me.
Yeah, brother. Thanks for having me.
Couldn't think of anybody better to do it with than my boy Matty P.
Hey, man. It's always a pleasure to be on here with you.
Any parting words for the people?
Justin, I'll see you this weekend, brother. Come on out to Longboards the 14th. They're having a party. If you come out on Thursday night, I'll be there at Jolly Rogers, and we'll see you, man. Pull up.
Say
what's up.
Matty
Come
P.
check out what the BPL is all about, brother.
Matty P, I appreciate you, dude.
Thanks, brother.
Boasting phenomenal seafood dishes, a great menu, and waterfront views with deck seating, Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio serves a casual, fun-filled dining experience with an Outer Banks flair. With 3 floors to choose from, you're bound to find the perfect seat for you and yours while enjoying great food and fantastic drinks. To see our menu and to catch a glimpse of the beautiful views, go online to stripersbarandgrill.com. Striper's Bar and Grill at the Shallowbag Bay Marina in Manio, where everyone's a VIP.
Yeah, let me some Stripers Bar and Grill. MJ and the whole crowd over there at Stripers. Wonderful people, wonderful place. Love Stripers. Okay. I was supposed to do a podcast there earlier in the summer. Didn't get an opportunity. Some things didn't quite work out right. So I'm going to try and get it with MJ again in the near future and do a podcast from there because that's a great place. Such a great place. All right, we're going to jump into some events. And again, all of these other events like Matty P and I talked about. We talked about some other events. I got a few events that are coming up in the near future. All of this stuff can be found online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, right under the events tab. So go there and check them all out. Again, as I say every week, be sure you're supporting your local high school and middle school athletics. They've started back up. Let those kids know you love and support them, whether it be volleyball, football, soccer, track, tennis, whatever you can go and watch and be a participant in and see what's going on. Please go do so, okay? It would mean the world to those kids and a world to the world to those programs, okay? I'm not even kidding. If every opportunity I get to go, I try to go, okay? Volleyball, football, soccer, track, tennis. Please support your local high school, middle school athletics. Trivia nights going on at Lost Colony Waterfront Beer Garden, Shipwrecks, Buffalo City Distillery, live music all across the board, karaoke nights all over as well, okay? These are all things that are taking place on a regular basis. Again, all of the live music, anything you want to find, trivia nights, karaoke nights, from Uncle Ike's up in Corolla all the way down to Howard's Pub in Ocracoke and in between, all else in between. You can find it online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, okay? New Vines, Outer Banks Distilling, Outer Banks Brewing Station, wherever live music can be had. Longboards, Jolly Rogers, which I was at the other day, and it's beautiful in there. Great building, great new addition that they just built. Again, you can find it all online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Still got jazz nights, I believe, going on at Owens. Mug night at the Jolly Rogers every Thursday night with DJ Styles and Matty P in the house. Brunch going on at Cafe Pamlico in Buxton, along with the yoga on the patio and the uncorked wine tastings. Downtown Manio Market every Saturday from 9 to 1. Tri Villages Market at Rodanthe at Camp Hatteras every Wednesday morning from 9 to 1. Now, I'm going to double check. Some of these may be starting to wrap up soon, so I'll let you know about that on the next episode of the podcast. The Outer Banks Triathlon starting Friday, September the 13th, this coming Friday, and it goes through the 15th. You can go online to obese.com for more information. A Day at the Docks Festival in Hatteras Village on Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th, to celebrate the spirit of Hatteras after it recovered from Hurricane Isabel in 2003. That was one of the events we've actually talked about in the fall happenings a little bit ago. I want you to go check that out, because honestly, Hatteras Village, such a unique place, such wonderful people down there. Love it so much. If I got ran out of wine cheese, which I hope never happens, I'd probably go to Hatteras Village. Just throwing it out there. The ESA Eastern Surfing Competition is going on at Jeanette's Pier Sunday, September 15th through Saturday, September 21st. That's starting at 8 a.m. and every morning. And of course, let's not forget about Holden, as I talked about earlier. Kind Cocktails Barbecue Showdown this coming Sunday, September 15th at 2 o'clock in downtown Manio. Go to kindcocktails.com for more information on how you can get your tickets. OBX Jeep Invasion is going to be happening Thursday, September 19th through Sunday, September 22nd at the Soundside event site in Nags Head. And looking a little bit further down the road, the 15th annual Duck Jazz Festival is happening Saturday and Sunday, October 12th and 13th. And more information online at townofduck.com about that. Again, all these things I probably mentioned in the event section, the fall happenings that Matty P and I went through. Again, I just want to reiterate that these are great things that are coming up that you really need to consider putting on your calendar and participating in. No doubt that you'll have a great time if you go and participate in any of these upcoming events. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up here in just a few moments, but hey, looking to do some bottom fishing, maybe just a sunset cruise, you can do that aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot headboat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, let me know. Podcast at OuterBanksThisWeek.com, and I'll try to bring it back up. And please email me anytime you like, podcast at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. I want to thank my man, Matty P. It's your boy, Matty P, for coming in and kicking it with me and going through all these fall happenings. I hope you're able to mark your calendars and participate in any of these events or activities that I mentioned, because they're great times to be had on the Outer Banks, and I want to share those great times with you, okay? It's what we do here at Outer Banks this week. It's how we roll, all right? Just letting you know. So I want to thank him for coming in. Next week, be honest, not quite sure what I got coming up next week. I'm trying to piece some things together right now. I've been inundated with a lot of different things. I got my hands in about 3 or 4 or 10 different pots right now, trying to juggle life all the way around in a lot of ways. So I will have something ready to go by this time next week. You bet your bottom dollar. What it's going to be, not sure, but you best believe it's going to be good. If it's with the Outer Banks This Week podcast, that's faux show. Anyway, wrapping things up here with the Outer Banks This Week podcast, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manteo. Again, if it has doors, it can be yours. Visit them online at kellysobxauto.com. All right, I'm going to rock and roll on out the door. But hey, in the words of the late, great Freestyle Bob, later.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.